Hello everybody, it's Marlene from Gingy's Journey. Before I start, I want to say hi and thank you to all of the new subscribers. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It means a lot to me. So today I just wanted to share a flip through of this mini. I shared maybe a week or two ago of the progress, but I didn't get around to doing the flip through. I actually just completed adding everything I was going to add to it. This is my design team project for the month of April for Dust to Roses. So I mainly used her kits throughout the entire journal. So yeah, this is really long overdue, this flip through. I've had a few things going on and I wasn't able to complete it, but now it's done. So I've decided that I'm not going to list this journal. This is actually a gift for a friend of mine, so it won't be listed on my Etsy. However, I have other things that I'm working on to add to upload onto the shop, so just a very brief preview. So this is one of the covers I'm currently working on. It is far from done, but it's going to be jean inspired, and also French fabrics from Crafty Paper Bits from a bundle I received from her. And it's going to have like that distressed jean look. So yeah, that's what's in the works. Those, when I finish those, I will list those on my Etsy shop. So yes, I might try to be a little quicker with this flip through. I'm not sure. I tried to film it once already, and it was pretty noisy, and I didn't realize how noisy it was until I tried to play it back. So let's see how this round goes. Okay, so I created a charm for this journal. To me, it resembled, this is part of an earring, and I believe it's vintage. It was gifted to me by a friend of mine. I believe it's from her country, and I just made a charm out of it with glass beads and a pearl. It looks to me, it reminds me of a grandmother's earring. When I added the brooch, this vintage brooch, I decided that I wanted to name the journal Grandma's Garden, because it reminded me of a grandmother, and it's also with reason. So it definitely has a grandmother vibe, a garden vibe, very naturey, and some other elements that you'll see throughout the flip through. I used all French textiles. So these fabrics and lace are from Hasbeencraft, as well as the ribbon. This all came in a kit that I purchased from her. This yellow doily is from Uniquely Ella. So that's how I did. In one of the previous videos, I had mentioned that I wanted to do more on the cover, but I didn't want to lose any of that really gorgeous fabric. It has this really stunning embroidery on it, and I believe it's an antique fabric, so I didn't want to lose too much of it. Even though this all came with it, these are dyed fabrics that she dyes herself, and so I left a big chunk of it showing so that you guys can see the pattern, and the owner can enjoy the look of the fabric. It's too pretty to cover up, in my opinion. I've left all the strings long again because I've just been really into that lately. I love how it looks. So there's lots of green and gold thread. And then the upper tabs, once again, I just love how it looks and chunks up a mini journal. So yeah, I didn't create a pocket this time. Like I said, I didn't want to cover this up, and this already had enough going on. So this doesn't have a pen pocket, unfortunately. But I don't think it really needs it. I think the cover speaks for itself. So, alright, so onto the flip. This is another metal Tim Holtz plate. So that's how the cover looks on the outside. Isn't it so pretty? it has. This is how it looks on the side. Just I'm loving the colors. Like, the yellow isn't too bright, and then it goes with these tones of the greens and like this berry look. It kind of reminds me like of berries, so like garden and then fruits for some reason. And then I, you know, my label in the back. So for the inside, I did a ruffle with some sari. You know, as usual, I do put a gardening page in the front, and then I make sort of a pocket. I didn't want to, well, I was gonna put a decorative cardstock to line it, but then I decided to just go with some avocado dyed cardstock that I had, and I did a little bit of collaging on the center with some French paper, and then I used a piece of vellum from the Tim Holtz pack, made that into a pocket, and then like a double pocket behind that, and I lined it with some French vintage fabric. And then this is some Rose Hill Paper Cottage handmade paper, and inside the pocket there is a French letter. This came from Crafty Paper Bits. I love the thinness of the paper, and then the script. And then in the second pocket is a scrap piece from an embroidery French magazine. Has like this floral here. It's so cute. So this was a portion of a whole sheet that I used inside the journal. So I just kept the scrap piece here. You could use it for collaging or something else. Okay. And then I created a tag using one of the quilted pieces from Hasbeencraft's bundle, and then I just put a little bit more of the other upholstery fabric, French upholstery fabric, and one of these mirrored embroidery patches. This came from a different company. It was like a boho, not from Boho Tree. This came from another company from India. I used some sari silk to do the top, and then this is a label from Raindrop Leela, and this is from her faith-based labels. I use these a lot. I like to use them on tags. I just backed it with a catalog page from Paris. And in here, I felt like this photo couldn't be any more perfect of this granny in a garden. She's standing behind a rose patch and smiling. It's just so beautiful, and I think it couldn't be any more perfect to go with this theme. So yeah, and then this is a French receipt from Crafty Paper Bits, and then one of those bus tickets. So I backed that gardening page. I just collaged some French papers. This paper clip keeps coming out. That's so funny. That wasn't happening before. That is too funny. So yeah, I collaged some French papers. I received this in a bundle from Sarah from Crafty Paper Bits, and so I just collage this time. I usually like make a pocket or I stencil on something, but I wanted to do the collage, and I think it came out pretty cute. Obviously the script is just, I love it. And then I put some more of the textured paper from Rose Hill Paper Cottage. All of these fabric tabs came from Hasbeencraft, but then I have a couple that are from the vintage polka dot shop, Emily. So that's her coffee dyed gauze. So the kits, as I mentioned, this is a design team project for Dust to Roses. So I primarily used the Nature's Gifts and the William Morris digis. So this is from the Nature's Gift, and I just printed it onto coffee dyed paper. There's an Edith Holden page, and there's some sari here from Color Kiss Silk. So definitely that nature-y vibe. This is more from the Nature's Gift digis, coffee dyed gauze. I mean, how gorgeous is this kit, guys? Super, super gorgeous. And this is a coffee dyed, it's like a wax paper. It's glassine. It's a glassine paper. This is a French envelope, and I just put on one of these French vocabulary words, passer, to weigh. It's so similar to Spanish, that one. It's funny. And then here, I absolutely love these dyed papers. This purple dyed paper is from Godspeed Creations, and it came in a bundle that I purchased from her a few weeks ago. This prayer card, this came from a new shop I found on Etsy, and that is Listening Sheep. She has these beautiful, like, watercolored floral prayer cards, and so I just collaged it onto a gardening page with some lace, and then I backed it onto avocado dyed paper. This is one of those French ledgers, also from Crafty Paper Bits. And then this floral piece I got from my Your Creative Studio box for May. I just received that box recently, and these gorgeous floral papers came in it. As a matter of fact, if you guys haven't heard, I'm sure many of you have, but every box comes with these what are these, 6x6 papers. So they're collaging papers, sometimes they're sticker papers. Very pretty. Lots of pretty washies and different stationery things on there. It's a really nice subscription. So I just did some collaging on this ledger. And everything that I mentioned, as always, I'll link below in the description. So here I created a lace pocket. This is from Uniquely Ella, from a it was an avocado dyed bundle that I had from her. But this is, I think this one's coffee dyed, or could be wrong. And another one of the elements that I've been including throughout this journal is children. So it's like grandma's grandkids in there, as well as her garden. This little girl, I had this in my stash. This is from Paper Harbor Co., a vintage photograph. How adorable is she? So stinking cute. So I definitely had to include that in there. So I tucked that into that pocket. And this is also a digi. This is one of those backing papers. This is from Dust to Roses, and I believe this is from her Vintage Papers collection. This is a vintage parchment paper. This came in a bundle from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. Excuse me. A French dictionary page, and I got this from Dust to Roses Papery, and I believe she may have some more in her shop. I will link it below. This also came from Dust to Roses Papery. She does a lot of sales for vintage goodies. So this is onion skin paper. This is from the Nature's Gift collection. So pretty. Loving the butterflies. And then I just made a belly band out of a French vintage book page, and I tucked in a French perfume label. This little card came in the exclusive ephemera for Patreon. So this is on Cassie's Patreon. not on the Etsy digis. This is from the William Morris collection. So beautiful. A devotional page, avocado dyed. I'm not sure if I have any more avocado dyed ones. I have blank ones. I have to dye some more. And I really, am I in frame? I really like the way this vellum piece came out. I just folded it over and I put a dry flower on the inside with some washi tape and sewed around it. And I think it came out pretty cute. I really like it. A really old hymnal page. It says, I am satisfied with Jesus. And then I found the perfect photo to go with this side of this digi with this little boy. How cute is that? And then I felt like this one looks just like him. This is also from Paper Harbor Co. So I put this on with one of those Tim Holtz clips. This printable, while it is a William Morris design, I think this is in the Nature's Gift collection, and then the rest are in the William Morris digis. This is a French embroidery magazine page. I thought it couldn't be any more perfect with the 3 kids and the green and the yellow, so I added on there. Another one of the Nature's Gifts, and this is from Boho Tree, this trim. Not sure if you could see it. And there goes that charm that I hung there. More of the William Morris. This is a French book page, and I received this in Patreon mail from Handmade of Stardust. She sends monthly packs as well with vintage papers, and that came there. This is a vintage wallpaper. This came in the Amity Bloom paper pack. And then these trims, one of them, the top one, is from Crafty Paper Bits, and then the second one came in the same bundle from Hasbeencraft. So they're both from France. So I made a little pocket on the opposite side of that book page, and I just tucked in a couple of goodies. So this little tag came in the Your Creative Studio box. It has a little quote on there. And then this vintage receipt, French, with all of the script in the back. That was also Crafty Paper Bits. This really old ledger page, this came from my Patreon mail for Postal Love. So I used that in there. And then I created a tuck spot, or yeah, a tuck spot with some of that Tim Holtz vellum, and then I just glued on a dry flower. And I stitched it onto one of the Nature's Gifts. And this tag, this printable is from Raindrop Leela, and this is from her floral digital kit. I thought that the colors went so well. I just put on some gold and collage a little bit. Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and this is also from Raindrop Leela, the labels again, the faith-based labels. And then I backed them onto this French photo holder page. And there's some cheesecloth on there as well. Okay, so this is William Morris again. And then this is some scrapbook paper. The colors just went really well, and I backed it with some coffee dyed paper. This tag comes in the exclusive digital kit for Patreon for Dust to Roses. And I just collaged on some pieces. This piece of avocado dyed lace. This was from Uniquely Ella. Some of that vintage wallpaper. And another side of one of the digitals. That was one of the scraps. And then vintage music paper. And this is actually, I think, in German. This is some really old piano paper, and I just made a tuck spot. And these die cuts, Paper Harbor Co. makes them, and they come out so pretty. They're so bright. So I collaged, I think I also got this from Paper Harbor Co., this little vintage ticket, and then this French label that came in my Patreon mail for Handmade of Stardust. And these are more of those cute labels from your creative studio. And then just another French ephemera piece. And this is a vintage stationery page, and it has some scripture. And these I got in a bundle from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. And this was also in that bundle. It's almost like if it were to be an onion skin paper, but it is like a soft yellow. So it might be just some tissue paper, and I like the texture of it. And so this is the back of a French vintage wallpaper, which is the center. And then this is some more sari from Color Kiss Silk. So I kept the center really simple because I just felt like this French wallpaper is just so pretty on its own, and I didn't want to hide any of it. It's embossed, and then it has like this shimmery pearly type of color. I'm not sure if that's coming out on camera, but it's just super pretty. I didn't want to damage it, so I left it as is. And I even like the color of the back, and the feeling. So like I said, nothing really had to be done on that. And then this is like a floating pocket slash journaling card that I created out of scrapbook paper. And so I'm not going to take out all the goodies. It just has another one of those die cuts and pretty much vintage tickets and stuff that follow the same color theme, so the greens and the yellows. And then this is from Boho Tree, this trim, just some collaging there, and then I just backed it with some more scrapbook paper. And just once again, very gardeny. Oh, and then this this green trim, this actually was it was just a little piece of ribbon that came as a wrapping for one of my bundles that I got from Heather from Rose Hill Paper Cottage. So she usually like makes a bow with a piece of lace, and so I just used it to make a ruffle. Some more of the piano paper, more of these prayer cards from the Listening Sheep. And so for this one, I just, did some, put a little bit of gold on it, and then I just backed it onto the handmade papers with some washi tape, so she can, do whatever she wants to the back of it. Just so pretty, these patterns and colors. And this is also from Nature's Gift. Once again, the same that same theme is a mother and the child. So you see that theme throughout. And these are those little ledger papers that came in the Your Creative Studio. I think they're so cute. So I just put some in there for her. And this little note paper with the florals came from Crafty Paper Bits. And then over here, I collaged a little bit of the Nature's Gift onto the French book page. And this technique of cutting out the digis like this, I learned from, oh, I'm so sorry, Cynthia. Cynthia from Jason's Journals. So I'm going to link her down below. She has a really wonderful YouTube channel where she does a lot of journal with me's, and she creates her journals also, a lot of them on camera. So she shows you a lot of cool techniques, and this was one of them. So thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. So I tried that, and I just glued it onto that book page. And then on the back of it, I created a tuck spot using the extra ephemera that's on Patreon from the Nature's Gift. So I just did some collaging there, the textured paper, some lace, and then this is a really pretty French ledger. All of the script writing that I got from Crafty Paper Bits. So pretty, great for collaging. And then this little note paper that came in the Your Creative Studio box. Some more of the William Morris. And then these coffee dyed fabrics are from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. How gorgeous are those digis? Just so pretty. And then this tag I showed in a previous video. I did it a few weeks ago, and this is pretty much just a collage of all of the digital kits. I had a lot of scrap stuff, and so I created a collage. And then I added some of the dry flowers. And then this is from Cassie's College Sweethearts collection, and those are on Etsy. I didn't do anything to the back. And then these little labels, the photo corners, that's from Paper Harbor Co. So there goes the other side of that paper. So pretty. Some more of that vellum with the dry flowers underneath. I love it. Some music paper in there. Another one of those prayer cards, and this is just significant. It's a little house, and that's from Tim Holtz. I just put it in there. And am I in frame? So I've been creating with these are the packaging for this. So it's like that seam binding. It's a vintage seam binding that I got from Dust to Roses in Patreon mail. And so I've been using those packaging when they're blank in the back as writing space, and then I use them also as tuck spots onto a page. So that's what I did here. And then I created another tag. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I put some dry purple flowers underneath, and then I stitched around this Tim Holtz vellum with one of those clear stickers that I got from the Your Creative Studio. And then it's all on this, I'm not sure, this is like some sort of a score paper. It is from France too, from Crafty Paper Bits. And this page I just love. I totally love this side of the digi. The florals on here and the muted colors, but it just reminds me of like that berry color. And so that's why I put the purple. I made sure this purple page was on this side specifically because it just goes so well. And then the sari, I just think it just brings it out. I love it. I put another one of those prayer cards. I didn't do anything to these. I just left them for her to customize. And then over here I just put half of a vintage envelope because of the green stamps. It's from 1938 and also from New York, so I felt like I had to include it. These are one of the trims that came in the Hasbeencraft bundle from France. And then inside I just put some really cute botanical washi stickers, and these are all from the Your Creative Studio box for the month of May. How cute. Love them. Really love them. So that's all I put in there. I don't remember how I had this. It's upside down this way, but so it could stay closed. And then I made a itty bitty, well, I just altered this little tag. This is from Tim Holtz. It's just a little bit of collaging on there. The other side of the digi. Loving this pattern in the green. And then this tag, this was actually cut out just like that. That's from the Rose Hill Paper Cottage. And then for this bundle, she actually put some French scrap papers on there, French words, and so I thought it was perfect. So I just backed it with some coffee dyed paper, and then I just added a little bit of vintage lace, some of the Hasbeencraft thing. I put one of the labels from Raindrop Lila and some dry flowers, and that was it. I think it came out really cute. So this one I left as a fold out. And how pretty is that? From the Nature's Gift collection. And then this vintage seed pack I bought from Dust Roses Papery in one of the sales that she did. And so this is a tuck spot. I just collaged that page once again with some of the French papers. Then on the other side, I really love how it came out. I left the seed packet open so that she can journal here. I did some more collaging, and I just basically did a little collage of the vellum paper with some of this thin fabric. I love how it came out, honestly. I love it. Then I just did also a collage fabric pocket for the back cover, and so this is that dyed fabric from Hasbeencraft. And then I just added some sari. It had like this grungy look. It's kind of stained with other colors from the other sari, so I liked how it looked because it had the purple. And then this is from Uniquely Ella from the avocado dyed bundle. So inside, of course, I had to put a yellow rose vintage postcard from France with all of the beautiful script in the back. And so this is how that cardstock looks with the French script paper in the center. I think it looks cute and simple. And that's it, guys. So, excuse me. So, I did my little patch, but I didn't want to do too much to the cover because, like I said, I didn't want to cover it all up. So yeah, that's Grandma's Garden. And like I said, this won't be listed. This is for a friend. I do have another piece of this fabric, but I don't have another piece of this doily, but I may not have the same portions of the lace. So I may be creating a similar one soon that I may list. But for the meantime, the shop at the moment is there's nothing there. It's empty at the moment, but I am working on trying to get at least 2 more journals up to list on the shop. This is my last, well, let me see. Well, we're still in May, so June will be my last month, my last full month in New York. So I'll be relocating to Florida pretty soon. So there's a lot of transitioning going on, and so that's why I've been kind of quiet on social media. So I will be doing maybe two more journals, possibly, hopefully, because I am still working. So it's sometimes kind of hard with the scheduling to craft. So I don't always have, you know, the chunk of time that I would like to craft, but I am doing little bits here and there. So yeah, I want to post maybe 2 more journals, and then I'll probably be taking a break off of social media for a little bit until I get settled over there. But I will make an announcement when that happens. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend so far, and I pray that you guys have a blessed week ahead. So thank you for watching.